For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of Season 3 here at Everton Football Club. We start today with the final of the Champions Trophy against CSKA Moscow. We brushed past their league rivals Spartak in the semi-final in the last episode, and today we'll be looking to get ourselves that little bit extra prize money if we can from this final before we push on towards the first game of the Premier League season against Derby. We probably won't get that far though because, like I said yesterday, I'm currently away for the weekend at the Upload Festival or Upload event, so I'm just kind of hanging fire right now on actually committing to any specific transfer targets without being able to gauge your feedback in the comments from yesterday's episode where I ran through this entire full list. I am going to start throwing bids in for my personal favourites from this list. There are a couple that are intriguing me with regards kind of vague scout reports. Naby Keita looks like he could be okay, but he kind of wants to be towards the upper end of those parameters there if possible for me to be properly interested in him. Nabil Bentaleb looks like he could be okay, but I don't think he's really going to cause any sort of problems with regards any of these other players for competition for a first team place. Still heavily leaning towards Casemiro personally for the CDM role, although Krychowiak would also be extremely good, and still kind of leaning towards either Kazawa or Willems for the left back role, although again, like I say, I'm going to wait for your guys' feedback on that. Callum Wilson is still potentially the striker that I might go with, although I am really kind of keen on picking up Andre Schürrle, as he can play in both striking and wide positions. So, don't know what to do yet. I'm going to need your feedback, so please do continue to give me in the comment section down below. But I didn't want to just leave you with no videos over the weekend because I was away, so I'm still making sure I'm putting out content of decent length and still hopefully entertaining enough for you as well. So fingers crossed you enjoy the stuff while I'm away, and then we can get properly stuck into the transfer window when I get back. I'm going to throw some bids in after we've played this game, but we'll play this game first and hopefully pick ourselves up that little bit extra prize money, as we say, and then we might be able to go and pick up an extra couple of players with that extra prize money. As you're going to drop Çalhanoğlu to the bench here because he's quite tired. Peñaranda will start. Still missing almost everybody that was at the World Cup. In fact, I don't think anyone's come back from international duty yet, so still waiting to actually get myself the opportunity to play my better players, but in this new formation. But hopefully, considering how well the rotation players, my backup players have done in this formation, the better first team players should just blend straight into it and do really well. So that's what will hopefully happen. We've had great success with this 4-2-3-1 so far since switching to it at the beginning of this third season, and fingers crossed that will only continue to be the case. So drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further episodes. Do please continue to let me know your feedback in the comment section down below. As you see this Sunday afternoon, I should be back this evening, and I will either get the chance to record tomorrow's episode tonight or tomorrow's episode when I get up tomorrow so that you get it. You will definitely have an episode tomorrow, it just might be a little bit later. It depends on when I get back from London. But let's concentrate on the here and now, and the here and now is this Champions Trophy final against CSKA Moscow. Nice tackle, but somehow they come away with the ball still. Here's Golovin. James McCarthy with him. Tugging at the shirt. Can we win it off him? No. That's a decent cross, and he brought it down there actually, the striker, and he's still going here. Backing up well, and Lafont with a smart save down low. Great hold-up play from their man up top. Tosic to get the ball into the middle, and oh god, beats everybody. Alan Zagoev, who's a player we are half interested in for this transfer window. Oh, nearly sets up the first goal of the game. Eremenko at the back post, heads wide. Bertrand will get this across to James McCarthy. I'm going to get through there to Peñaranda, and unfortunately Saponara made the run towards a defender, but somehow still found himself in behind, and I don't quite know how he's not been able to get that on target. Did the keeper save it? He did get something on it. I thought it was just an awful miss. I'll let you off, Saponara. Deulofeu with the corner. In it comes. Up goes Funes Mori, and over the top of the bar goes the ball. But it must have taken another deflection because we have another corner. Looping in a little bit clearer, a little bit nearer the front post there. But Cleared away. We'll try for a third time. Asamoah. Seamus Coleman underneath it. Punched away by the keeper. Lofted back in by Quadro again. And punched away by the keeper. Saponara brings it down. And, rather fortunately, finds the back of the net. That took at least one touch off a defender. And then I think the keeper tipped it into the back of the net too. We'll have a look. Touch off the defender's... Oh... The keeper didn't get anything on it, but it hits the defender on the toes there and actually goes over the top of the diving keeper. That's so very unlucky. Saponara does get his goal at last, and it's a... No, he doesn't get his goal at last. It's gone down as a Mario Fernandez own goal. So the shot... Pretty sure that initial shot was on target. It must not have been if it's gone down as an own goal, unless it's just FIFA being FIFA, not recognising that because the initial shot was on target, that it should have gone down as Saponara's goal. Regardless, it's gone down as an Everton goal, and we have ourselves a 1-0 lead in this Champions Trophy final. Into Seamus Coleman. Go back to Delafeu. Peñaranda in the middle, but we're just going to keep... Well, Golovin's closed me down well there. Delafeu seemingly not got his normal acceleration, but Saponara's up with a great header. He might not seemingly have his normal acceleration, but that was one hell of a cross. Picks out Saponara in the middle, and he has his... technically not second goal of the game, but as far as I'm concerned, second goal of the game. Very good header, rises up above the defender and powers it in. 2-0 Everton. Golovin in the box. Oh, stands it up into the middle, and Bertrand gets a very good block in. Golovin, I'm trying not to give away a penalty here, and Eremenko did go down. It'll be a throw-in. That was close. Too close for comfort almost. Shenikov drills that into the middle. It gets a lucky deflection off the defender, but can't get the turning with Saponara, and Tosic draws a very good save out of Alban Lafont. That was an extremely good strike, and it took a top save from the Frenchman to stop them from getting one back. Tosic wins that header against Quadro Asamoah out wide, and Eremenko's going to have a shot and draw another good save out of the young Frenchman. Seemingly impressed with his acrobatics, as am I, to be fair. Alan Zagoev whips the corner in. Wernbloom brings it down, and Idrissa will bring it away. Now, I'm just going to try and poke this before I get caught, and we did get caught, but we got the ball away prior to that. But James McCarthy can't show the strength. Well, he can show the strength, evidently, at the second attempt against Mario Fernandez, who's still trying to make up for that own goal. We'll look for Saponara. Can't find him. Delafeu should get to that first. We'll turn back. Oh, Fernandez with a very good tackle. He is making up for that early own goal. He's been defending very well, actually, since we took a 2-0 lead. McCarthy into Peñaranda. Turns it around the corner to Idrissa. Quadro is there, and we will find him. It's perfectly timed. Can he bury this on his left foot? Yes, he can, in off the post. Might be leaving us soon, Quadro Asamoah, but he's buried that into the back of the net. 3-0 Everton in the 56th minute. We are going to win the Champions Trophy. Lafeu with a throw back to McCarthy. Shows good strength. I'm going to try and get it back to someone who's got a better cross on them. Delafeu whipped in a good one earlier. See, let's try and work it in on the floor. Saponara, well, that's a lovely turn. Can we get a fourth? No, good save by Akinfeev. Quadro picks it up. I see the run being made by Mason Hoggett there, but I don't feel like I can get it to him. We will a corner? No, they're going to clear it. Okay, well, just the 3, not the 4 for now. Nice ball over the top. Hopefully Mason Holgate can win the header, and he has done well. Asamoah just holds off the attentions of the defender. We'll look for Saponara. Yannick Blassie is there, and Idrissa's making, or was going to make a run, and decided not to. Never mind, we'll just keep going with Saponara then, and I'll poke it here to Delafeu. And a fourth? No, another good save by Akinfeev. Quickly try and turn this around. That didn't quite go as I'd envisaged. Back to Quadro Asamoah. They've cleared their lines. We're still pushing for that fourth, but we haven't found it yet. Asamoah through to Saponara. Delafeu's making the run. Slot him in, and surely now a fourth. Yes, at last. We've had a couple of efforts recently, been very well saved by Akinfeev, the goalkeeper. But Delafeu makes no mistake this time around. The obvious thing to do, with so much space there, was to lay it into him. And he's close enough to be able to pick his spot. And he does just that. 4-0. Corner for CSKA. Looking to get themselves a consolation goal. Shenikov dinks it in. And they will get themselves a consolation goal. Wernbloom with the header. Well done, lads. They've worked hard. They've drawn some good saves out of Alban Lafont so far in this game, so they do deserve at least one goal, considering we've scored 4, and it's very well taken as well, actually. So, fair play to them. 4-1 now. I thought when we scored in the 85th that would have been game over, but no, they've made one goal happen for them. We don't get our clean sheet, unfortunately, but we are going to get the win in the Champions Trophy. We may even get a 5th here. If I can find the right sort of cross looking for Yannick Blassie. No, that was headed away by Berezutski. We may still get a 5th. I can play the corner in well enough. Delafeu lips it in. Up goes Funes Mori, who misses the ball. And the man that scored their goal, Wernbloem, will actually get it away. And I think that's probably going to be game when they get it a considerable away from their goal. No, the referee not decided to blow his whistle yet. As soon as I say that, he blows his whistle. A 4-1 victory in the final of the Champions Trophy. Again, another convincing performance with the 4-2-3-1. Extremely pleased with how this team is adapting to the tactical change and extremely encouraged about what we could potentially achieve this season. We've beaten some good sides in this pre-season tournament. Atletico Madrid, by far the most difficult, and despite it being a taxing game, we weren't necessarily overly pressed and didn't look like we were going to lose it at any point. So it gives me faith that we can do well in Europe, especially after beating Spartak and CSKA as well. Two sides that are probably of similar ability to the sides we'll be playing in the Europa League this year, providing, of course, we can qualify against Heerenveen at the end of August. But let's jump back to the transfer window now and start throwing some money around. Middlesbrough have said that they will match the £8 million for Yannick Bolasie. That's good news. We've also gotten £3.5 million extra added to the transfer budget for winning the Champions Trophy, and the board are, understandably, pleased with how we did in that competition. Right then, let's start throwing some money around, throwing some bids in, shall we? What is the current transfer budget? It stands at £109 million-ish, with a wage budget of £379,000. The current club worth is over £1 billion now, £1.12 billion. Wow, we really have drastically improved the club worth, haven't we? Let's actually have a quick look at the objectives. Inadvertently, by selling a few players, we've actually met the financial recommendation by the board for the season. I wonder if I actually go and sign players now that actually increases the wage budget above what that reduction would have been, whether it will actually take that objective away or take the tick away and have it read as unsuccessful. I'm not sure. Hopefully it doesn't, but I wasn't planning on actually meeting that one, but we've been able to do it. What I was curious of was how many shirts we've sold, and clearly just 6% of the 170 million so far. That will change, though, when we start bringing in new players, so that is exactly what we will try and do now. I'm going to go and throw in a few bids, and then I'll come back to you. Right, I've put in offers for Krychowiak, Casemiro, Saul, Kazawa, Rafinha, Willems, Cotsiello, Schürrle and Vieto. All for about valuation as we stand right now. A lot of them are obviously very important players at the club they're already at, so I'm probably going to have to pay a little bit more, but I just want to gauge and see what they say with regards to a straight valuation offer, because some of them might be astronomical expectations and a few might only be or only require a little bit extra cash. One that intrigued me actually was Rafinha. He's valued at 28, but in the chief executive options it said this deal could go ahead and see what they say kind of thing, rather than saying he's one of the key players at their club and you have to pay X amount of money for him. So I'm intrigued by that one. He only has squad rotation player as his squad status as well, although he is on £180,000 a week, so that is a lot of money, but well, I just have to wait and see what people say. Like I say, I'm not going to commit to any deals today because I want to gauge your response, but I can get to the point of having a contract signed in today's episode because I'll be able to see your feedback on this episode before I record tomorrow's, so I can get to the point of actually being close to accepting some offers today, if possible. The £15 million counter offer for Kwadwo Asamoah has been matched, so it looks like he'll be leaving us too. We're almost counter offered then. We are looking like we're going to have a large amount of money to try and bring in some new players, but we are going to need the numbers of players as well with regards to squad depth and quality in squad depth. So it is important that we do still try and we don't waste money. I think I did waste a lot of money with regards to the Michy Batshuayi deal, but we had it to spend then, and we weren't really looking for more than one player, so it wasn't too much of an issue. But here, we're wanting to bring in a left-back and a centre mid and a left-sided midfielder and a striker, so I'm going to have to be careful with what I pay for certain players. They want 43 for Vieto, which is intriguing. They want 38 for Rafinha. Now that's interesting. We could actually try and get them to accept something closer to 29 or 30, because they always set the bar very, very high when you initially bid, and then teams tend to be very willing to actually drop by a considerable amount. Casemiro, they want 50 odd for. I'm not willing to pay that, but I'll offer them 34, which is, you know, £6 million more than I offered them. We'll see what they say. I bet that 54.5 comes down a little bit. They want 43 for Kazawa. That is a lot of money for a left back. A hell of a lot of money for a left back. We do have a decent amount of money, but I'm not really sure I want to spend that chunk on a left back when we have more important positions to spend in. Luciano Vieto, they say 43, and I offered 26. Let's offer them 32 as well, and we'll see what they say to that. Making some progress. We'll see what happens. Yannick Bolasie has gone to Middlesbrough for £8 million, 6.5 of which has now been added to my transfer budget, and of course his wages will be added to the wage budget too. They rejected my offer for Jetro Willems because he's too important to them. His wages are tiny though, 19,500. So he'd be a sort of player I don't mind spending a larger amount of money on, because we can save on wages. Kazawa, I think his wages were up around 90,000, weren't they? I might be mistaken. I'll have to check. Where are you? Unsuccessful. Transfer offers sent. Kazawa, he's on £92,000 a week, so I can afford to spend a little bit more, perhaps, on Jetro Willems, because we can save on wages. I want 50.5 for Krakowiak. That's a reach. I mean, he's great, but is he £50.5 million worth of player? Not entirely too sure. Although in today's market, you might say he is. Obviously, the game this year does actually quite accurately reflect the inflated prices of the transfer market in recent times. Saul has retired. We'll offer 46 for Saul. They want close to 70 million for him, which I am just quite frankly not willing to pay. They want 32 for Schürrle. He's valued at 19. They'd probably accept 26, so I will offer 26. These wages aren't too bad at 61,000, so I have to wait and see what happens there. I do have a number of players that only have a year left on their contract that I might have to offer contracts to in later on down the line, in case we do go for a fourth season here at Everton. Quadro Asamoah, though, has gone to West Ham for £15 million, so that money has now been added to my transfer budget. Cozziello, they rejected 44. I mean, they rejected 25. They want 44. I'll offer them 33. We do have an astronomical amount of money, though, to be able to spend here, so we might be able to be a little bit more adventurous. We have had an offer in. Not going to be accepting that, Chelsea. Not even close. Give me 20 and you can have him. Maybe I'll say 20, and then if they give me 17 or above, then I'll accept it, because obviously Witsel is another player we're looking to replace this season. But the wage budget currently looks as follows: 127 million, with a large percentage in wage budget. So if I drop that to there, 131 million with 471,000 available wage budget wise. There's definitely enough there to do some damage with in this window. Alexander Mitrovic has gone to Arsenal. That's intriguing. An offer for Yannick Carrasco, 47 million from Real. Not a chance though. He's staying put, thank you very much. We have had an offer accepted by a couple of clubs. Atleti have continued to reject my offers for Luciano Vieto, so I'll up that to 35, because he's only on £55,000 a week, so that could be where we could save a little bit more money on wages. Dortmund have accepted the offer of 26 for Schürrle. We thought they might. We'll offer him 75. Don't know why I went that way around. And he should accept that. Important first team player. I would have thought he would have accepted that. The other accepted offer was for Rafinha of 29. We said this one the board thought could be possible, and it seems to be the case. I'll offer him important first team player, and what he's on wage wise now at Barcelona, and he should accept that. So you guys are going to have some decisions to make in the comment section of today's episode. They continue to reject my offers for Saul. I'll offer 50. They still want 70 though. I don't want to pay 70 million for Saul. They have rejected the bid for Casemiro as well. I'll offer them 39 for Casemiro. Rafinha does look like a very good player as well. I will quickly dip into the squad report and show you his stats. we'll offer straight 40 for Krakowiak. I'll show you his stats so you can see what Rafinha is like. He's more of an all-round player. He's got good passing, decent shooting, decent tackling. Kazawa they continue to reject. So offer 35 for the left back, although leaning towards Jetro Willems still, despite the fact that Kazawa is higher rated. And they now say they want 38.5 for Willems, which is a little bit more than I want to pay. But we'll offer them 31, which is £10 million more than he's valued. So they might consider that. Right, let's have a quick look at Rafinha so I can show you his stats. You can make an informed decision as to whether you think I should sign him, should he accept that contract. Let me know about Andre Schürrle as well. I could sign Schürrle and Vieto if Atleti are open to me signing their striker. Where are you? Rafinha. There are his stats. 90 ball control and dribbling, 89 short passing, 75 finishing, 77 stand tackle, good long shot, great long shots in fact at 87, and he's quite quick too. 78 acceleration, 76 sprint speed. How tall is he? He is 5'9", 4-star, 4-star, can play anywhere in the midfield. Centre mid, right side, left side, or at holding. A good option. A good option. You guys will have to let me know what you think about Rafinha. We have transfer offer unacceptable again for Cozziello. Okay, let's offer you 37. No, let's offer them 38. Plenty of offers going in here. Chelsea have rejected the counter offer of 20 for Witsel and have offered me 15. I'll ask them for 17.5, and if they can meet me halfway, then Axel Witsel will leave us and give us another chunk of cash to go towards bringing in multiple replacements for the players that have been leaving us here. We've got 9+ emails. Here we go. Some scout reports coming back. Okay, well, I'll go and have a look at them. And contract offers accepted for Schürrle and Rafinha. So we won't act on those just yet because you guys, of course, will have the opportunity to let me know in the comment section. Continuing to reject me for Jetro Willems. Now, I'm going to have to actually offer them a sizable amount here. Otherwise, they'll just cut ties and be like, no, you're not having him. So I'll offer them 36 for Willems. And we'll see what they say to that. They did previously ask for 38, wasn't it? Or 39. So we'll delete that. Atleti have accepted the 50 for Saul. And they've also accepted the 35 for Vieto. Now, I'd lean towards Vieto over Saul if I had to make a decision as to which one of them to bring in. So we'll offer for Luciano Vieto a contract. I don't think I'm comfortable paying 50 million for Saul, to be honest. I mean... no, I'm gonna back out the Saul deal. Well, let's see if we can get Casemiro a little bit cheaper as well. We'll offer them. They want 54 still. I'll offer them 43. I think 50. If I paid 50 for Saul, that might limit our options in other positions because that is a sizable chunk. Just the extra 8 million or 7 million that we could get, or we could save for by getting Casemiro might help. Right, I'm going to go and have a look at these scout reports and then come back to you. But I don't think we're going to be advancing any further now because we have those contracts accepted. And I don't want to lose those potential deals by advancing too much further forward. In fact, I'll go and have a look at those scout reports off camera and we'll deal with that tomorrow. That is going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel too to make sure you are able to see all of the future videos in this series. We have 130, potentially 150 if Witsel goes million to spend. Help me spend it. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time.